What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, things is getting real heated and real serious when it comes to undefeated, undisputed, lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney. 28 wins, no losses, no draw. 15 wins by way of knockout. 23 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. And undefeated 3-division world champion, who simultaneously at one point in time held the WBA super title and the WBA regular title at 135 and 140, that being Gervonta Tank Davis. He held the WBA super title at super featherweight. Gervonta Tank Davis is 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, they have been going back and forth via social media on Twitter, and they have now brought in Showtime president of sports, Stephen Espinoza, into the equation as well. Okay, now Stephen Espinoza, he responded on social media to a fan saying that we tired of seeing Gervonta Tank Davis fighting lackluster opponents. Okay, and Stephen Espinoza, he responded and named a few opponents in which, he stated that 3 of those 4 guys that have been named, which was Teofimo Lopez, it was Ryan Garcia, it was Devin Haney, and there was somebody else on the list. And Stephen Espinoza, he stated that 3 of those 4 guys are not available, and the 4th guy, Tank's team, Mayweather Promotions, is in contact with, trying to get a deal done, right? And so Devin Haney, he responded by saying that Gervonta Tank Davis is 27 years old and he's scared to take risks. Okay. And so with that said, Stephen Espinoza, he responded. So here's what was said. Okay. Because Gervonta Tank Davis, he responded to Devin Haney, and he said that Devin Haney wants to be like him. And then he stated that, Devin Haney, these belts, only collect dust. What is he going to do with the belts besides give those belts to his kids? Right. And Devin Haney and Stephen Espinoza are absolutely going in at one another, okay? So Stephen Espinoza, he's had this to say, right? He stated that 3 of the 4 fighters you mentioned already fights scheduled in October or December, making them unavailable to fight Tank in December. And Tank's team is in discussion with the 4th one. So exactly what is Tank doing wrong with right now? What is Tank doing wrong right now? Sorry, you must be capping, right? So Stephen Espinoza, he named 4 guys. So the 4 guys Stephen Espinoza named was Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Vasyl Lomachenko, right? So he said 3 of the 4 guys are not available. So Devin Haney, Lomachenko, and Teofimo Lopez, all right? So that would have to, and Ryan Garcia. So he's alluding to that Tank's team is in contact with Ryan Garcia, right? And so Devin Haney, he responds, right? And he says, quote, Stephen, I have no problem taking Tank's Mickey Mouse belts in December, right? Stephen Espinoza, he then responded by saying this, quote, I'd be happy to discuss it, but I understand you signed a promotional agreement, which, as you know, means that all the discussions must be handled by your promoter, and they have final say on who you fight. Have them give me a call. Best of luck in October fight. Devin Haney, he responded, quote, we both know that I have a co-promotional deal. My father has reached out to you numerous times with no response back. Knock it off, Stephen. Stephen Espinoza then responds, I don't know anything about your deal. Whoever is legally authorized to handle your deals can reach out to me. I don't negotiate deals on Twitter, and neither should you, unless you're just doing it for clout, right? Devin Haney responds, quote, stop being lame, Stephen. I just said my dad has reached out to you numerous of times, and it's the truth. Clout? Question mark. GTFOH. It sounds like you want the clout being a network executive getting into fighter versus fighter business. Wow. End quote, right? So we know Gervonta Tank Davis. So this is getting very, very heated, right? Jake Paul then chimes in. He says he think he even invented jewelry. So Jake Paul is talking to Gervonta Tank Davis. He says he even think he invented jewelry, okay? Devin Haney responds to Gervonta Tank Davis. He says, funny how he got so much to say after my fight got announced, but wasn't the same energy that I'm paraphrasing. He said that was saying he was going to fight me next if I beat Kambosos. After the fight, we ain't hear nothing from him, right? Then he says this, quote, this dude, I'm paraphrasing again, say I want to be like him, everybody getting money, shopping at the same stores, buying the same cars, doing all the same things. Been the same cycle forever. Tell the insecure dude if he, I'm paraphrasing again, if he got a problem with the dude, I'm paraphrasing again, across town, having just as much as him to go jump off of, and I'm paraphrasing again, right? So, at this point, it's getting extremely, extremely heated between these fighters. And I'm going to read you what Gervonta Tank Davis also had to say when he was talking in reference to Devin Haney, right? He said, Tank Davis said this, they don't got no money or swag, can't make me crash, right? So Gervonta Tank Davis just responded by saying that they don't, quote, they don't got no money or swag, they can't make me crash, right? Then he stated, then he had this to say. He said that, Devin Haney wants to be just like him, stop copying his swag because people are starting to notice. Okay, so he said that, Devin Haney is copying his swag, and he said people are starting to notice, right? So this is getting extremely, extremely heated, which is absolutely good because it's great promotion for these fights, right? So Tank Davis had this to say, quote, it's been 3 people undisputed in the last 6 to 7 months. What am I going to do with them belts? Question mark. You be honest. And he said, yo, be honest and tell me, what am I going to do with the belts? Give them to my kids for school, right? So that's what Gervonta Tank Davis had to say about Devin Haney with the belts, right? But again, the belts do matter for legacy. The belts are important, right? And, these fighters are young. Now, Tank Davis is 4 years older than Devin Haney, and people want to see Gervonta Tank Davis, who's very exciting in the ring with a guy like Devin Haney, right? The biggest name and biggest risk fight that he's had was 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer Leo Santa Cruz, right? And he brutally knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. Then he jumped up 10 pounds from 130 to 140 to fight Mario Barrios for Mario Barrios' WBA regular title. And he knocked him out in the 11th round of that fight. And my favorite was his performance against Isaac Pitbull Cruz, in which he, didn't get a knockdown, didn't get a knockout, but he showed his versatility and his ability to box. So we all know Tank Davis's talents, right? And this was a situation where Gervonta Tank Davis, had stated, that he wanted to fight Devin Haney, right? And he stated that after his fight, which was with his fellow stablemate, WBA lightweight title contender, star boxer Rolando Rolly Romero, who's also with Mayweather Promotions. And he stated that after he beats Rolly Romero, and Tank fought May 28th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And he stated that after that fight, he wanted to fight Devin Haney, who fought a week later, June 4th in the States, June 5th in Australia, against former unified lightweight world champion Australian star boxer George Kambosos. Gervonta Tank Davis got a brutal 6-round knockout over Rolly Romero. And then Devin outclassed, dominated, and pitched a shutout against George Kambosos to become the first 4 major sanction belt lightweight world champion in the history of sport of boxing, and the youngest 4-belt era world champion in the history of the sport of boxing. So he absolutely put on a dazzling, dominant performance. Both guys did. And this fight is huge. Okay, this fight is absolutely huge. Regardless of people want to tell you that this fight is not huge, it's absolutely huge, okay? And so with that said, it looks like to me this is building towards a massive fight. Now, obviously, we have legendary promoter, top-ranked CEO and promoter Bob Arum, who stated that, he wants to have Devin Haney face off against 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasyl High-Tech Lomachenko. Lomachenko fights October 29th. Devin Haney fights October 15th. And looks like Teofimo Lopez is going to fight December 10th. So, with that said, this is a huge fight, and I think that is building towards something. And so with that, I can't wait to see how it plays out. And, the fact that Steven Espinoza got in between and Devin Haney is now calling out Steven Espinoza, it just adds more excitement, right? So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like your shitty videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.